Hey everyone, this is P4L and coming to you live from CyberCityCon 2016 in San Antonio, and I'm doing another quick preview of an MMC product. This is the first time we're actually seeing this, as far as I recall, in test shot or even prototype form, and this is MMC's Kultur, which is their version of an IDW Tarn. Which I know a lot of people love the DJD. I like them too. I think they get a lot of love for just being how brutal that they are, and Tarn, obviously being the leader, is one of the fan favorites, especially because of all the mystery around who he is and his mission and everything like that. And he's gotten a lot of screen time, or page time I guess, in the latest issues of More Than Meets the Eye. Really quickly, these are very early production samples, and so a lot of it is, like, hand painted. Tolerances are still being worked out, so keep that in mind. This is not going to be a full review, no transformation or anything like that, but thank you to Mastermind Creations for allowing me to do these quick previews for you guys from CyberCityCon. One other thing, the colors are going to look a little weird because I don't have my official lighting here, and I'm using really crappy yellow incandescent light bulbs from the lamps in the hotel in a very dark, now getting on midnight lighting. So please excuse that. So I apologize that I don't have a really good reproduction of color here. In any case, let's go ahead and get started. Let's move his alt mode to the back real quick. Just hang out there while we talk about robot mode. And he looks quite awesome. The purple, I think, looks spot on for what he should look like. A lot of dark grays, whites, some silver details painted all over the place in kind of a silvery. It almost looks gunmetal-y because it kind of has a realistic, almost like a wash look to it. That might be just because of the fact that this is probably individually painted as opposed to mass manufacturing. Very little to no backpack back here, which is really nice. Very clean. He does have massive calves, so he definitely does not skip leg day. And he also has massive shoulders, as you can see here. That's one of the changes that they went back to the drawing board with, I believe, when they first showed off the renders. People wanted them to be a little bit more menacing, and bigger shoulders and everything like that. Really quickly, he does have his iconic double blaster here. These do unpeg, but yeah, they're meant to peg on. The tolerances there are going to probably need to be tightened up, as well as the tolerances that for the peg there that go on the arm. So I'm just going to take it off because I know they kind of fall off right now. These little cannon pieces here do articulate. His head is on a ball joint, and it just looks awfully menacing, being the Decepticon symbol face. It just looks really, really nice. And it is actually a mask, so it does actually come off. Sorry about that. I had to just tease that. I'm not going to reveal that, obviously, just because we don't actually know who he is yet, but there is a very strong theory on who he is, and Mastermind Creations kind of ran with that. I'm not going to obviously spoil that for everyone. The shoulders are on a big ball joint that goes up in here, so you get a lot of articulation there. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He does have a ball jointed wrist. The fists here are kind of goofy, especially for a company that does really good hands typically. They just look awkward, especially when you open it up like that. I'm not sure if these are the final fists. I kind of hope they aren't, but it'd be very odd for them to have these, because they're like, yeah, the thumb's all curved down. I'm guessing it's not going to be the final, but I'm not going to make any promises. He does have a waist swivel that can go all the way around. His hips are ratcheted, going forward and back. Friction joints going out. The legs are pretty heavy because they're pretty long, so they're going to need to tighten up the tolerances there. This side works a bit better, but again, sample. He does have a thigh swivel here, double jointed knee bend. Most of the inner knee bend is going to be restricted by the big calves here. I guess you can get them out of the way if you wanted to get a really deep knee bend. He does have knee pieces that articulate just a little bit. And then he has feet that kind of extend out, and it needs to extend out for a particular reason, I'm sure, but it doesn't click into place either way right now. And again, I'm guessing that's something that's going to be improved upon or finalized as they get closer to production. Coming down to his ankles, they do rock forward and back. And they're all kind of a rounded piece here, so it actually slides really interestingly forward and back. He does have tilts, mostly going inside, a little bit outside. He does have a toe piece that bends up, and no real heel articulation, from what I can tell. I think that's it for articulation for robot mode. Again, I think he looks pretty beastly and very close to the Milne, design drawings that we've seen from Milne for most of the characters. So he looks really good, really excited about this figure. I'm not sure exactly when he's coming out, but he feels pretty close to final. I think I would like a little bit more surface details maybe here, but I'm looking at the actual artwork. That's not what Milne intended, so I think they're being very faithful to the design, or his design. Oh, really quickly, I forgot to give you guys an idea of how tall this guy is. So first of all, let's put him next to Liger. And then secondly, let's go ahead and do bottom to top. He is just under or just at 8 inches to the head for robot mode. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how he's going to fit into your collection. Sorry, I don't have a lot of figures here. I don't have any figures here really that I can go ahead and do competent comparisons with. So forgive me for that, but you get an idea since I did give you the exact measurement. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this guy out to the back and bring in his alt mode. So taking a look at the alt mode for Kultur, it also looks really accurate to what we've seen in the comics. We don't see his alt mode too much, but it does look really great. He has like the 2 sets of treads. They're not working treads because the way that it needs to transform, but it does look really nice. It does have a lot of molded and painted detail on the wheels part, I guess the gears, I don't even know what you call that. It does have a lot of painted details all around the figure, like some pink highlights, as well as some gold, silver, all over the place. So they do a really good job. It doesn't look like they're going to skimp out on the painted details, which, honestly, they don't usually do. So good on you, MMC. He even has the kind of iconic, I don't know, like shovel kind of. What is that? What do they call it on trains? Like cow catcher, or something like that. His cannons can still articulate almost like antennae, I guess. There, and his cannons can go up and down. It can't. Oh yeah, it can. I'm sorry. In this mode, it can. It can swivel around, so you get some turret action going on. No really other meaningful articulation in this mode. On the bottom, you do see a lot of thigh action going on, but it's a really nice looking alt mode, and basically what you would have come to expect from Mastermind Creations as far as their Tarn alt mode. Alright, so that's it for today's preview. Hopefully I gave you guys a nice taste or tidbit of what's coming up from Mastermind Creations with their Tarn. Again, I think this figure looks great. I love that they listened to some fan feedback from early reveals and have integrated that into what it looks like is pretty close to production ready. No news on the availability of this or pricing yet on this, but I think fans are pretty much going to eat this guy up like they did the rest of the line, especially because it's Tarn. Alright? If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. As always, I appreciate it. Thanks to Mastermind Creations for allowing me to do this quick preview. And again, thank you to Toy Dojo for always sponsoring my reviews. Alright, that's all for today, everyone. Hope you have a good one.